Hello, everybody. I'm Dee Lisa. I'm the dream doula for women.
Hi, I'm Cristina Spatero. I'm the psychotherapist and relationship coach for everyone that needs it.
I love it. And if you're listening to this, and we would love it if you would like this and follow the channel so we can get more people to listen to what we chat about. We talk here every week. Today, we're going to talk about comparison because it's a sure psychological killer of your dreams.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you're when you're in any sport, when you're in any industry, when you're in any profession, you can look around and see people who are doing it
Hmm.
better than you,
Hmm.
more than you, more
Hmm.
successful than you. And sometimes you can think, "Oh no, I'm not doing it right," or "I'm not doing it
Hmm.
enough," and beat
Hmm.
yourself up.
Yep.
So, how do you help people get out of that loop thought?
So here's the thing. And I literally was just having this conversation with a client today. The only thing you should ever be measuring yourself against is you.
Mm.
Now, I know people will say, "Hey, oh, but competition keeps you going or motivates you." If it genuinely does, then fine. But if comparing yourself to other people, which is true for a lot of people, is going to make you look at, well, they're doing this and I'm not, and actually not taking away from you appreciating your own accomplishments, stop.
Mm.
Social media is notorious for this. Oh, well, I don't have what this person has, and look at what they're doing. Look what they're doing. And I'm always telling my clients that's a curated image. You're
Yeah.
not at home with them. You're not seeing them before or after that picture was taken or before or after that video was posted. So, yes, you want to motivate yourself to continue to improve on things and grow, but it really should be this is where I was, and this is where I am now, and this is where I want to be. You don't know anyone else's life, you don't know anyone else's resources, struggles, or any of that. So to actually compare where you're at to them makes no sense because you don't have that knowledge of what's in their head, what's in their heart, or what's in their wallet.
That's so beautiful, beautifully put. I remember a neighbor told me when I was a young teenager, I was saying something about someone, one of the other
Mhm.
neighbors. We lived in this little cul-de-sac and everybody kind of knew each other. And I said something, and he said, "You don't know that. You don't know what it's like when they're home alone."
Exactly.
And that I thought, "Oh, you're right. I don't
Yeah.
know what it's like when they're home alone."
Mm-hmm.
We none of us really know what's in the heart of someone else. Last
Mm-hmm.
night I was listening to an audiobook, which Gay Hendricks wrote this book in 2009
Mm-hmm.
called The Big Leap.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking in his book about um, our upper limit
Mm.
and that even really successful people will uh, hit an upper limit and then limit themselves and how great they can
Mm.
be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that for a lot of people, when we're comparing ourselves to others, that's a way for us to hit that upper limit and not go further because, like, oh, they're doing it, but we're not.
Right.
They're doing it, but we're not. And his idea is that anyone can raise to whatever level, and most
Mm-hmm.
people don't raise up to the level that they could have in
Mm-hmm.
their own lives because they hit some mistaken belief that keeps them stuck there or makes
Mm-hmm.
them fall down again once they've
Mm-hmm.
gone up to a certain level of happiness or wealth or health. Then they're like, oh, and you can see that in people who've won the lottery and then 2 years
Mm-hmm.
later they're broke.
Yeah, exactly.
And same thing happens with business owners. Like suddenly they're really successful and
Mm-hmm.
then boom, they do something to sabotage themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that when you're looking around the world, that's their life, not your life. Also, I think when you compare yourself to others in a way that you feel a little bit envious,
Yes.
that's a key to you would like that too.
Right. It's a key to what you like that too, but also again, you're only seeing a part of that. You're only seeing a
True.
part of what they have. Yeah, okay, maybe you want the relationship they have or the job they have. Do you want the problems they have?
Mm, good question. And yeah, most people would say no. They want the good stuff, but not the
They
bad
want
stuff.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like it's an interesting planet. We are both here on both an individual and collective journey. We have
Yes.
our individual lives, our life's purpose, and then we're sharing it with other people as they're exploring their life's purpose. So we should be, and we would be happier if we supported each other in each of our individual life purposes collectively.
Hmm. Yeah. So how can you be supportive of other people's success while you're feeling that pinch?
By learning that their success does not diminish from yours. A
Mm,
lot
yes.
of times where the jealousy comes in, or prejudice comes in, at the root of our worst thoughts about another person, it's usually grounded in some form of fear. Well,
Yeah.
if they have this, that means I can't. If they, oh well, there's only so it's that imagined lack that there's only so much to go around. And if this person has it or that person has it, there's not going to be enough for me.
Oh, yeah. So perfect.
You have to think of life as it, whoever's watching this, I'm assuming you saw the movie Mary Poppins with Julie Andrews. And if you didn't, you should watch it. She had a bag. She was a magical nanny. She had a bag that she kept taking stuff out of this bag. When you'd look in the bag, it looked like it was empty, but she still took stuff out. Life
I
is like,
remember she took
yes,
ginormous things out of that bag. I'm like,
yes, and
wait, how did that come out of
yes,
that bag?
yes. And the kids in the movie were looking like, how was that possible? So here's the thing, life is like a Mary Poppins bag. You might think it's empty. You might think, but if you take that out, then it won't be enough for me. There will always be something for you because you're in this life too. There are things you're meant to do, there are things you're meant to have, there are talents that you possess. Play to those talents, play to those strengths, do what your heart is encouraging you to do. And when you go out in the world, learn from others, learn from their experiences, see how can my learning from them help me to grow. But don't waste your energy on envying them and pitying yourself for not having the perception that they have more than you, because that will just shrink your bag.
Right. Right. And I had a call earlier today from a friend who was asking me all these questions as if I was some kind of expert in this topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was giving her my advice and my thoughts and
Mm-hmm.
comments, but I was thinking, wow, I wonder what she thinks about me to be asking me these questions because obviously I don't have it all figured out, but she must think I have it more figured out than her.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
The secret is nobody has it all figured out. The people who probably are the most content in life are those who have learned from their mistakes, made peace with the fact they're human, and are constantly learning to grow and adapt to changing times.
Mm,
So the key is to find out what will give you contentment and pursue it.
yes. So let's ask each other what's one thing that gives you contentment in your day to day life?
For me, when I'm spending time with people I care about and I'm
Hmm.
just enjoying the moment, whether it's watching one of my favorite movies or going for a walk, or just that gives me contentment.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Same for me. mainly because I'm a visual artist as well
Mm-hmm.
as all the other talents and gifts I have. I love to look at beautiful things. So
Mm-hmm.
even if that is arranging something in my house to make it look
Mm-hmm.
pleasing,
Mm-hmm.
or going for a walk and looking at beautiful things, or actually making a painting, which may or may not end up looking beautiful, but just the idea of putting the different colors of paint and the whole
Mm-hmm.
sensory thing
Mm-hmm.
of making art is so delightful for me. And I'm so
Mm-hmm.
grateful that I can do that. So I bet if you're listening, there's something that you really love to do where you can just get into that grateful feeling of being alive and being on the planet and having all these delights. And ooh, I just thought I also love to cook. I have cookies in the
Mm.
freezer. I have cookies
Okay.
in the freezer. I made a lot of dough the other day and then I rolled some up to cook later. So
Cool.
I'll be I'll be engaging in some cookie baking later.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time today, Christina. As always, it's a delightful conversation, and I hope that it's helpful for the people that are listening in.
I second that. As always, I love our conversations. Thank you so much for having me. And to those listening, I really do hope when you hear us that we do give you something that you need in that moment.
Right on. Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.